You lie there again, staring at the ceiling, heart whispering what ifs your body can't answer, but your mind refuses to release. Ever notice how the same three thoughts return each night, no matter how tired or ready for peace you feel inside? You're not broken. Your body is simply alert, guarding you from imagined dangers it mistakes for real. In a moment, I'll show you the three quiet culprits your brain replays when it should be weaving dreams instead. The first thought is about health, every ache, every flutter, every what if, wrapped in fear of losing control. You wonder if your heart's okay, if tomorrow brings another symptom, and your brain, faithful servant, stays awake to protect. But here's the truth no one ever tells you. Your body cannot rest while your mind rehearses survival. Soon, I'll show you how one breath can teach the brain it's safe again, even when thoughts still linger. The second thought is about money, not greed, but security, that ancient whisper. Will I have enough to be okay? Your mind spins through numbers, bills, the future, unaware it's pulling you further from the calm you need to solve them. Science shows that worry activates the same neural alarm as real danger. Adrenaline rises, melatonin fades, sleep slips away. In a moment, I'll guide you through the one grounding pattern that tells your brain, you are safe to drift. The third thought is about relationships, the arguments replayed, the silences that echo, the question of being loved enough. But here's the secret. Your brain loops those moments not to punish you, but to repair what felt unfinished. You're not alone in this pattern. Almost every sleepless soul carries these three thoughts like stones in the dark. And yet the moment we see them, name them, their power begins to fade like waves losing strength on the shore. Your mind isn't your enemy. It's your body's messenger, begging to be told it's okay to rest. In a moment, I'll teach you the grounding pattern, the one that quiets the three thoughts before they even begin. It begins not in your head, but in your body, where safety first speaks through rhythm, not through reason. You're not alone in this struggle. Tonight, your body and I will remind your mind you deserve to rest, truly rest. The grounding pattern begins with awareness, a simple noticing of where your body ends and where the air begins to hold you. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 2, and let your exhale fall like rain across your shoulders. If thoughts return mid-breath, don't fight them. Simply whisper, not now, and guide your attention back to warmth and weight. In a moment, I'll tell you why this works, why the body listens before the mind ever learns to believe. When you ground yourself through touch or breath, the vagus nerve signals calm, heart rate slows, cortisol fades, melatonin rises again. Your body needs proof of safety, not promises. That's why words alone can't calm. They need rhythm beneath them. But here's the truth no one ever tells you. Calm isn't found in silence, but in the steady conversation between breath and presence. Soon I'll show you a story of someone like you who learned to meet their sleepless thoughts without fear. Because behind every restless night is a mind trying too hard to protect what matters most, your life, your future, your love. When we stop arguing with those worries, they soften, like children finally heard after hours of crying into the dark. You can even thank them, those thoughts, for caring enough to stay. Gratitude disarms fear faster than resistance ever could. In a moment, I'll explain how those same three thoughts, health, money, love, can become guides instead of guards. When the health thought appears, answer it with presence. Place a hand where it hurts, breathe, and remind your body you're here. For the money thought, touch something real, fabric, wood, your own pulse, to remind your mind this moment is already enough. A woman once told me she counted bills in her mind every night until she learned to count breaths instead and finally slept. For the relationship thought, let it speak, then thank it, and gently imagine the person safe, smiling, at peace in your mind. Here's what no one says. Peace isn't forgetting the thought. It's remembering you don't need to chase it anymore. In a moment, I'll show you how to weave these thoughts into a ritual, a nightly practice of gentle release. Because rest isn't found in the absence of thought, it's found in learning how to greet your thoughts with peace. Your body wakes not to punish, but to protect you. It keeps vigil until you remind it safety has returned. Now we turn these insights into ritual, simple acts that remind your body each night that it no longer needs to stand guard.
First, choose one small anchor, a scent, a sound, a gentle breath, something your mind will learn to pair with safety.
Repeat it nightly without pressure or perfection. The brain learns through pattern, not effort. Safety repeated becomes sleep restored. In a moment, I'll show you a technique I call the circle of enough to quiet your mind when worries spin endlessly. Place your palm on your chest, close your eyes, and whisper, I have enough, I've done enough, I am enough. Notice how the body softens, the shoulders sink, breath deepens, as if the night itself exhales with you. Science calls it cognitive grounding, but I call it remembering your humanity, reminding every cell it no longer needs to chase safety. Soon, I'll guide you through the final step, a reflection that releases the mind completely into the arms of sleep. When thoughts return, whisper thank you and gently imagine placing them on a leaf, letting the stream of breath carry them away. Your brain will resist at first. It believes stillness means danger. But the breath proves again and again, you're not fighting your thoughts anymore. You're befriending them, letting them rest beside you until they fade on their own. In a moment, I'll share the last truth, the one that turns every sleepless night into a doorway for deeper peace. The night isn't your enemy. It's your mirror, showing you the thoughts your daylight busyness hides. Listen long enough, and those thoughts stop shouting. They soften, like waves that finally trust the shore won't disappear. So when your mind begins to race, let it, then follow your breath home, where no thought can chase you. You've already begun to rest simply by understanding awareness itself slows the storm that once ruled your nights. Tonight, you gave yourself something rare, not escape, but compassion. That's where every true rest begins. Notice your body now, heavier, slower, like it's remembering what safety feels like after so many restless seasons. Even if thoughts return, they no longer own the night. You've changed the language between your mind and peace. You've already begun to rest simply by understanding. The body only needed your permission to stop protecting and start healing. The night holds you now, quietly, faithfully, without asking for anything in return. Your thoughts have done their job. They guarded what mattered most until you arrived to take their place. Now, they can sleep too, those worries that once called you awake at 3 a.m. You've learned the three thoughts weren't enemies, only messages asking for your understanding. Each time you listen without judgment, the night becomes quieter and your body more willing to let go. Peace doesn't come from silence, but from understanding. And tonight, you've given yourself both. As you drift, remember, rest isn't something you earn, it's something you allow. You've done enough for one night. Let your mind wander safely now, as tomorrow will care for itself. Tonight belongs only to your breath, your calm, your quiet returning. Tomorrow, I'll tell you about the hidden drink that quietly resets your sleep rhythm and why most people overlook it.